Hello, friends. Welcome to our class. My name is Tammy. Our theme for our class is calm. Finding calm in our practice so we can help our body from the inside out. Beginning our practice on the mat, and I have a pillow set up right here that I'll be sitting on. So you may want to sit on a pillow higher surface. So pillow is always nice, and this is a firmer pillow. Just so my hips are higher than my knees, and it'll take pressure off of my back. Take pressure off of my knees. Coming into easy pose. So setting yourself up here, you can sit on a chair. That always works, having something handy, a stool. And in easy pose, I'd like you to turn your palms up towards the sky. And the mudra will have our thumb towards our middle finger. We close our eyes. And we turn inwards. We do a head to toe scan. And when we begin to settle, you may notice your physical body at first. If you've been moving all day, which is pretty typical for us, busy, 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 coming into stillness can be a little bit hard at first. So let's take a minute here to turn inwards, focus on our breath in silence. We have music playing, of course, for yourself. Just letting yourself be still now. Coming back, keeping this feeling of calm. We open up our eyes. We release our mudra and wiggle our fingers. You can flick your fingers. Stretch your fingers out. And then let them settle. You can have your palms down and then turn your palms up again. This time we add a neck stretch, and you can change your easy pose so you can have the other leg crossed in front. And we tip our ear to the shoulder. with our palms turned up towards the sky to make it easier on our shoulders. You may close your eyes and breathe. Yin Yoga is a calm, meditative practice which could aid in soothing our nervous system. So enjoying our practice to be able to find that calm from within. Now we tip our nose to the shoulder, same side. Bringing your ear back to the shoulder and head coming up very slow to the other side, the ear tips. Be gentle. Just a little tip at first here, and we let our shoulders relax. You may close your eyes again. We tip our nose to the shoulder, same side. Ear comes back to the shoulder. And head, we gently bring it up. A little tip of the chin down towards the chest. Not all the way, just a little tip. Lengthening through both sides, upper neck. Just finding where it's comfortable for you to have that chin being tipped. And let go just a little bit more. We bring our head back up to center. Yeah, shoulder rolls, so you can place your hands down onto the knees and roll back your shoulders. A couple more times. And we'll sit back. Make a C curve with your spine. Holding onto the knees and bringing our body forward. Into our next pose. I'll turn this way and it will be butterfly, down angle pose. I'll sit on the edge of my pillow here, just finding where it's good for you too if you are using a pillow, and bringing the bottom of your feet together. And you'll see with this band here, I can use another pillow. Even I have my rectangular bolster right there, and I can bring my arms up and over top to rest them if that's what you would like to do yourself. So you can open up your feet like a book. We can sit up and come up and over. You can remain upright here too and fold over. What I didn't say is that you can place more pillows around yourself, so underneath of the knees. You could also use blocks for that support. So yes, 4 pillows. But set yourself up because you have time. When we come into these poses, we're here for a while, so set yourself up with what you would like to do. So all these lovely props that we have around us, we can use. And when you're ready, make your way. You could also sit on a block and then put pillows. You can add the fold forward and stillness. Inhale, opening up, breathing into any tight areas, into the hips, back. Exhale, breath. Pushing out the air and letting your body settle into the ground a little bit more, letting yourself release. If you need to adjust at any time, go ahead. And then back into stillness. Coming out of butterfly, coming up. We'll move our props to the sides. Our next pose is deer pose. From the seated pose right here, we take the left leg forward, right leg behind. You can add a little flexion to the feet here, so just draw the toes back. Pelvic tilt through the right hip. We could remain right here. We may add a twist and hold. Or over to the side, you could add a fold. Here you may want to use another pillow to let your body be supported. Or we let ourselves hang. Forehead may rest onto your arms, hands. Enjoying this twist into side of the body, spine, and hip flexors on the right side. Let's come out of deer pose. Up and out of the twist. And we release. To the other side, take the right leg forward and left leg coming behind. Excuse me. Excuse me. The same idea. You can add a little flexion, so just drawing the toes back towards the shins. Pelvic tilt. We can add the twist. You can also add fold over to the side. You could use a prop and just let the body lie on it. And we let our upper body sink, let our head go, we release. And breathe. Exhale breath being longer than the inhale breath to help you to release. 45 more seconds. And the last 15 seconds, we come out to your pose, so taking our time. Another twist. The legs coming forward. And give them a shake out here, taking them to the front and just giving a little shake out. And hold. Melting heart, our next pose. All fours. I'm in the center of my mat. I'll do a big step forward to the top of my mat with my right hand. Now, if this doesn't work for your knees, I'll show you another way that you can draw your heart down. So we'll step or draw your heart down. We'll take our right hand forward, left hand forward, and then take your forearms down, having your hips above the knees, let the forehead rest. You could also lie on the front of your body. And with your arms here forward, you can lift your head up or let the forehead rest. And your knees are okay. That pose we will do at the end, it's crocodile pose, but right now, if melting heart works for you, please go into it. Coming out of melting heart, taking our time again to all fours, and turning over, we sit on our bottom. For the rest of our class, so we're halfway through our class, I'd like you to notice when your body starts to actually soften into the pose. You may notice that with your breath, or you could just notice that on your own, that awareness that your body just starts to soften. Do a little counter pose here. We can turn our knees up towards the sky. You can tent your fingers and they'll just come to the side, and we can lift up our heart this way. Or you can have your fingers about 3 inches away from your bottom. And your toes can be up or your feet are flat. And draw your heart up towards the sky. It's finding what's going to work for you. Remember, you can tent your fingers. You don't have to do a big tip of the chin back. Just open up and feel length coming through your spine. Feel the opening through our chest, shoulders. We push our chest up towards the sky. We lift our heart. We let ourselves shine. And now coming out, the pose into caterpillar. Extending both the legs straight. Sometimes it's nice to put a little blanket underneath of the knees, and then that way it'll take pressure off of your hamstrings. You can remove the fleshy part from your bottom. So if you have a blanket like I do, it's rolled up, towel too, and you can place it underneath of the knees. You could also sit on that pillow again, just like we did at the beginning, sitting on the pillow and then adding the forward fold. Now here, you could stack up your pillows for caterpillar, so one here, and then you could put one in front, or you actually probably just need one. And I'm going to use my rectangular bolster, and you can see how firm it is here. And place it on top of my legs. And we take our upper part of our body up and add the fold forward. You can let your cheek rest, or you can let the forehead rest, however you like. Your elbows could be down, and then the forehead rests into the palms of your hands. Or if you come a little bit lower, you can stack your fists or hands on top of that. Hands on top of each other. Now breathe. And coming out of caterpillar. I hope that was good for you, for being able to be able to hold a pose for a little bit longer here. Quiet, bending through the knees. Just take the props over to the side. And now adding a twist. Okay, so I'll just move this first here. For our twist, you can come in back into easy pose. You can sit on a pillow. And one leg crossed over the other. Usually I'm going to cross my right or my left. Seeing what's going to be good for you right now because we're going to switch sides after. We'll sit up. We twist over to the left side. We place our right hand onto the outside of the left knee. Sit up tall and add a little bit more twist. And hold our pose. Close your eyes. Nice gentle twist for ourselves. Let our shoulders release away from the ears. Body softens. Softens into the earth below. Coming out of our twist. Move slowly back to the center. To the other side. Hold for a moment to the other side. And back to the front. And now we uncross those legs. Crossing your legs the opposite way. And we twist the other side. Sitting up tall and twisting over to the other side. Place your hand onto the outside of the knee. We close our eyes. Twist coming through our spine. If you add a little bit more of a twist through our head here, turning in with the neck, you feel a little bit more. The stretch. Notice your breathing in twist. If you're finding it a little bit harder to breathe, come out of the twist a little bit. Anywhere it's good for you to be able to inhale and open up. Exhale, let your body soften. Let areas of tension soften. Let go. Hold our twist for just a little bit longer. Halfway, at our halfway point through our class, I asked you to see if you can be a little bit more aware of if your body is releasing on its own and that you notice it when you use your exhale breath to let your body soften, to be aware, to notice. And coming out of the twist, coming back to the center, and a little twist to the other side, little hold, and we come back to the center and release. Next pose, crocodile pose, coming over to the side of the body and lying on the front of your body with our legs stretched out behind us, taking our arms in front, uncurl the toes. Our forehead rests down onto the backs of our hands, just again finding where it's good for you to let the head rest. Forehead rest. So nice to feel the rise and fall of the front of our body. Notice the opening, expansion into the back with your inhale. Exhale, letting your body soften into the ground, letting the earth absorb everything that does not serve you. And making your way out of crocodile pose now. Now, this is a hard pose to come out of because it's quite calming, quite relaxing. So I hope you're feeling the same as me, but soon we'll come into Shavasana. You can come into Balasana, Child's Pose, and then coming up, we lie on the side of our body and roll over to our back. Knees are bent. Now we cross our right ankle over top of the left knee. You may hold here, or threading the needle, we wrap our hands around the left leg, picking up the foot, and hold. You can draw your foot down. We let our foot hang down towards the ground. Nice opening into the right side of our hip. Breathing into areas of tension, our lovely hips. We hold our weight, our center. Exhale breath, we let ourselves go a little bit deeper. Coming out of this pose, and take your foot back down towards the ground, crossing ankle and into the other side. Pressing the left ankle over the right knee. You can remain right here, or wrapping your hands around the right leg and take the knee into the chest and hold and draw the foot down. So just let it go. Up through the left side of our hip, inhaling into that area. Exhale, let go, tension. Exhale, let your body soften. Releasing this pose, taking your foot down to the ground, uncrossing. Ankle. And now take the right knee into the chest, left knee into the chest, and hold for a moment in cradle. We let our pelvis soften into the ground, so just spread the knees open. So take the knees open to the sides, widen through the back. Now we can make our way into our final pose, Shavasana. And you may lie on your back, knees may be bent, legs could be straight, legs could be up the wall. It's always nice to do that and actually rest against a wall. You can come into a seated pose. If you have anything you want to place over top of your body, so you're nice and warm, please do so. Once you come into the pose that you would like for yourself, close your eyes. And let your eye sockets be heavy. Lips part. And with our facial muscles softening, we feel our neck soften. Go. Shoulders soften. Let go. And we let our whole body soften, release, melt, drift. I will call you back when it is time. And slowly starting to come back. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Movement into the body. You may notice sounds around you, smells around you, surface you are on. If you're lying on your back, bend through the knees. Take the right hand overhead and roll over to your right side to fetal. And then making your way up to a comfortable seat for yourself. You can sit on a higher surface, the hips higher than the knees. You can sit in hero or easy pose. And then you can take hands to your heart center. And here, close your eyes. Doing a head to toe check, scan. Physical body. Thoughts. Overall, feeling from within. You open up your eyes. And being thankful that we were able to do this practice for ourselves. To be able to find that calm from within. We breathe. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your practice. Namaste.